Hello, everyone. My name is Jaquise Moore. I told you guys, I told you we had two today. So I'm here again, and I am the host of Learning with Jasmine. I am so happy that you guys have come on. For my new viewers, welcome to Learning with Jasmine. Just a little about me. I am a mother who has a child with autism. I was stressed out, you guys, stressed out to the max. And this is my moment where it has released a lot of stress because I literally thought I was like the only mother who's going through all of this. And I came up with a plan with doing videos with individuals, professionals, with expertise, whatever, and to basically talk real talk, right? And so tonight, I'm going to have her introduce, but we are going to really introduce ourselves to to the viewers. Who is she? And what relation do we have together? Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Meagan. I'm Jaquise's cousin. I live in Tampa, Florida. I am also a mother of two beautiful girls. I have a 8-month old and a 1 year old, soon to be 2 years old. And I'm so happy to be here with Jaquise to have this live to talk a little bit about journaling and how that can help our youth.
Yes, exactly. So, you guys, again, this is a safe place. This is a moment where if you feel like you would like to say something, you guys um, definitely let us know. I'm open with having one-on-one conversations. I know that we have life itself and we have the pandemic, we have everything that's going on. And sometimes we don't have a chance to sit down, right? We don't have a chance to sit down. This entire month, we have been talking about social and emotional. And now this is the last part of social and emotional for this month. And we've done like six already. So you guys, make sure you guys are watching, okay? And so this is definitely a moment that we can just relax and to talk about journaling, okay? Writing stuff down. Words are powerful. And we're going to be talking about that. Not only words are powerful, but the mind. If we think it, it's probably how we are going to be, how we're going to react. If we feel like we're we're smart and beautiful and intelligent and strong and whatever. Our body, everything is connected. Our mind, our heart, our voice, everything, our words are connected to how we feel about ourselves. But I know sometimes we have to put some other things down, like, I feel sad. But let's go into a happy place after that, you guys. That's definitely, it's okay to talk about your feelings. But how can we get to the happy place? How can we grow? How can we learn from our experiences? So this is what we're going to talk about. So we're going to dive into the conversation. And first, the question with is what is journaling and how is this related to social and emotional?
Okay, so that's a good question. I'll start with the first part of it. What is journaling? So, journaling is essentially when we take our thoughts, our emotions, our goals, and we write them down. That's it. There's no rules to how you're supposed to journal. I know a lot of people look at journaling as a girl thing or a woman thing, but it's not. Men and boys, not only do they need to journal, there are men and younger boys out there who they do journal.
Mhm.
Even if you think about all of the singers that we have, writing their music, that's a form of journaling that turns into poetry, that then turns into their music. And so there's no limit to journaling. And like I said, there's no rules. You write down whatever you want to. It can be used as a type of meditation. I know a lot of people will pick one time out of the day to sit down and write reflections, as I
Mhm.
like to say. If it's at the end of the day, you just let's think about what happened today. How did I feel? How did I react? And you write it down, and that's journaling. Um, so essentially, that's the gist of what journaling is. Now, when we talk about journaling in the emotional sense, it's a good release when you talk about emotional, because that's our time to connect with our inner self. Our inner self, our desires, it gives us a sense of confidence. And there's this thing called mood journaling. And what that is when you journal, you are writing down exactly how you feel when something happens. It's a good way to find your triggers. If you're someone who is always angry, you don't know why you're angry, you have a high level of anxiety, you don't know why it's happening. If you start a mood journal, that's a good way to kind of pinpoint, okay, this is what happened, this is how I felt.
Mhm.
Later on in the day, something off happened and it made me upset, or it made me feel some kind of way. That's a trigger. So if you keep track of that, you will be able to manage your feelings and how you feel um, emotionally. I
That's a
think
good
that,
point.
yeah. So journaling, I always look at it as a release, so to speak.
Mhm.
It's someone's, some people like to run. Uh, I like to journal. You know, I'm not that big on physical activity. so, you
Both
know,
of us are not.
the whole running, I can walk now.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
can walk all day.
Mhm.
But running, it's not my thing. Uh, but that release that people get when they run, that's the same type of release and
Mhm.
relaxation you can get from journaling.
Mhm. Okay, good point. And like I said, today we had a uh, an interview again with another group of people, and we were talking about stressors with children, and so we basically, and I kind of like introduced to this night when we were talking about journaling. It is so important to find your niche.
Yes.
Find your niche. This entire month we've been talking about social emotional. It's all walks of life information. Last week we had a yoga instructor, and you guys tune in, go into the page and look and listen and share it. Um, but to find your niche is so important. My niche, besides writing it down, is to listen to music. If I'm in my mode, in my moment that I need to like release, I will listen to music for hours.
Right.
And I mean, I'm in crying mode and happy and all that stuff, but I feel much better. So find your niche is so important.
Right.
Okay, so the next question is, what are other ways, we just really talked about it, ways individuals can release frustration and anxiety?
Okay. So one of my main ways to release, if I'm not writing, I do yoga and I meditate. There's something about just being in your own presence and just thinking and breathing. Breathing is very important when it comes to anxiety and depression and releasing all of the
Hmm.
negative energy. So, if you're someone who suffers from depression, anxiety, I even suffer from depression and anxiety. So, I know how it is. It can just sneak up on you. One minute you're fine, and then the next minute you don't know what's going on. breathing exercises help. And you just go to a room or a closet or wherever your place is and just inhale, exhale, take a deep breath. And that helps a lot with anxiety, with depression, with stress. If you're having a stressful day and you're at work, if you're at your desk, log out of your computer, go to the bathroom, go to your break room, and just take some deep breaths. So breathing exercises is really good. Any type of workout. So if you run, if you like to do like rollerblading or just going out into a park and just experiencing nature,
Mm-hmm.
anything that makes you happy, do it, because that will bring your stress levels down. Like, you like to listen to music, I do as well. I think everyone loves music.
Mm-hmm.
And for my Grey Anatomy fans out there, if you watch Grey's Anatomy, Meredith Grey, what she would do with her best friend Christina, they would have this thing where they dance it out. So anytime something bad happened or one of them was having just a real crappy day, they would put on music and just dance
Mm-hmm.
and let it go. If that's your outlet and if that's what you have to do it.
Right.
There's no wrong way. It's whatever makes you feel good and whatever makes you gives you that release where you
Right.
can just take a breath and you feel better, do it.
Yes. I want to talk to you about this is I mean, I'm an English second language instructor, but I was really thinking about years ago to be a counselor, just like my mom, right? And there was an activity that we learned, and I do this still to this day. So, everyone can get a sticky note and just write positive things about yourself and put it, either on the wall, in the mirror, whatever. And every day, read it. Every day, speak it.
Like your daily affirmations.
Yes, exactly. I also, now, Megan, you probably remember me. I used to stutter. And and that's how I actually stopped stuttering. Was somebody told me to look into the mirror and tell yourself that you can do it.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm gonna make a little example. I can do it. And it might sound funny to someone, but
Right.
that's exactly how I talked. And I didn't feel good about myself because somebody told me I couldn't do it,
Right.
right? It just happened to be a fifth grade teacher. And I believed it. Even though my mother, my dad, my grandmother did not tell me that I was stupid, the teacher told me that.
Right.
Every day I heard it. Every day it was triggering me to the point that it took me to a place of depression at a young age. It took me to the point I can't do it and I will never do it. And it took me for years to finish school, but I did it.
Right.
And so the point is that words, when we hear words about us, it triggers.
Mhm.
Okay. Some people might brush the shoulders off and keep it moving. But when we think about ourselves, not only are we not fulfilling who we are called to be, we are blocking the opportunity to grow.
Right. And I think what a lot of people may not understand is our words have power.
Mm-hmm.
You want to speak life into yourself, you want to speak positivity, and not only speak it, but you want to write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want to manifest, write it down, and every morning pull out that journal, that notebook, that piece of paper, You could have written it on a napkin. Wherever you wrote it down, read it, say it out loud, because
Yes.
you want to manifest it in your life. You want to claim it, um, because what we put out in the atmosphere, that's what's going to come back.
Hmm.
So you always want to put out positivity. You always want to put out encouraging words, motivating words. If no one else motivates you, you motivate yourself. You
Right.
get up every morning, read your words of affirmation, and you have a positive day. And if you feel yourself kind of straying away or getting down, go back to those breathing exercises or whatever you have to do to calm your nerves. But words definitely have power, and you want to give yourself that positive and that good energy. That's what you want to put out and have come back to you.
Right. Exactly. And so when we're tying into all of that, not only just words, and we're talking about speaking it, okay, reading it,
Yes,
being around people that speak life for you, and that is so important.
it is. It is.
I mean, if I'm speaking life and then somebody else is not speaking life for me, I I gotta let that person go. It
Right.
is
Disturbs
so
peace.
yeah, and so it's so important. And I think um, I mentioned this earlier today, you guys. Jasmine was having her moment yesterday, and this morning I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna positive. Oh, we're gonna think positive. We're gonna do this. And she started having her moment, and I felt my skin boiling in myself because you know, children with autism, not all, but I know for my daughter, I can say, and a few other people I know, they have become aggressive. So they are literally physically fighting, fist fighting you. And I know some people are like, whoa, 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 what should I do or whatever. But it is a totally different thing, you guys. Um, I don't wish anything upon that to anyone. And it's very stressful, very stressful. And so the whole skin is boiling. And I said, okay, peace. I love her, but peace. Peace comes up here. I love her, but peace comes right here. So I'm gonna surround the environment with peace. So I said, okay, since you don't want mommy to help you, you can do it. You got this. I give you 10 minutes, and she said, okay. And she was doing it. Now was she doing it right? No, she was not doing it right, but she did it.
Right. And that's her confidence.
That was she did it, and that stopped her tantrum. So I said, okay, yes, score. Yes, mommy rules, right? But in the reality, that mood journaling that you were talking about, that mood journaling, I could say those moments when, okay, I see what is triggering her.
Right.
And I had to realize that yesterday I found out that I had to redo an assignment. That was right before I taught her. And so I wasn't expressing it, but I was feeling it. Like,
Right.
oh man, I gotta do this. So I was stressed. So she felt my stress.
Exactly.
And she took that stress out of that math test.
That's that energy.
That
You give
energy,
her
yes.
energy.
And so it's not, we're talking about journaling, we talk about, but just being around other people who may not, feel the same way.
You want to
That
like
you want
minded
to have that
people.
energy, you want to have that positive energy, and
Right.
you want to embrace that positive energy, and you want to expect someone to give you that positive energy back. So that's very critical. I think that's just the general thing, but that's something for
Absolutely.
everyone to really think about, like who is in your corner,
Exactly.
you know? And so, Meagan, we're gonna actually go into your your business. You
Okay.
guys. You guys, this was what I'm talking about. Just and I haven't written anything because I told Megan I didn't want to like pull it up and you guys were seeing my what I'm writing because we don't, but just with this cover, you guys, this is awesome. Hope, whatever you're feeling about hope, believe, faith, and pray. You guys, and look at this. You see this, you guys? So, Megan, please let's. And I mean, I hope you have some things on.
I do. I have two
Okay,
that I can
okay,
show us.
and then also, you guys, letting you guys know. So, Megan, once everything is finished, you can post out your website
Okay.
or the comment below. Anybody who have a question for Megan, please comment and address it to Megan. If you address it to me, then I can answer it too. If you guys want to message me personally on Learning with Jasmine, that is fine. So, you guys, sit back, you guys, because this is awesome. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm not trying to go, but when I started this program, this page, I was like, literally, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, but I want it to benefit me and I want to benefit for someone else.
Right.
And when I saw your post, Megan, your very first post, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to have her speak because I think this is so important. And this is like, especially this day and age,
Yeah.
everybody, we are in the pandemic
Yes.
and everything like that. So I think this is very important. So please, you have the floor to talk about your business.
So thank you, thank you. So the name of my business is called Journaling Diva. I make notebooks and journals for African American women and children, and men as well. I decided to start this business not only because I love to journal, but with everything that's going on in the world with our youth, especially our Black youth, they need an outlet besides your normal preteen and teenager issues. They have so much on their shoulders. And I wanted them to not only be able to use writing as an outlet, but I wanted them to have a notebook that represents us instead of just your basic notebook that has little designs or a plain color. I wanted them to be able to look at a notebook and say, okay, she looks like me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I started Journaling Diva. I do have a children's collection as well, for back to school and just regular notebooks with little girls, little boys, because that's inspiring and that's what our youth wants to see. I mean, when you think about anxiety and depression, anxiety increases between the ages of 12 and 17. Um, there's approximately 1.9 million children who suffer from depression. So that lets me know that there's a need. That lets me know our children need an outlet. They need to be able to express themselves without judgment. They need to be able to express themselves without fear of being reprimanded. Um, and that's one of the main reasons I created Journaling Diva. Um, it's also a way to get kids to start writing. A lot of our youth, they may not be able to verbally communicate how they feel, because I'm like that as well. Sometimes I get stuck trying to explain myself even though I know what I'm trying to say, and it may be easier for them to write it down.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons I created Journaling Diva. And Jacquees showed one of the notebooks, but I also have spiral notebooks, and this one is I Am Black Girl Magic. So they are lined. I don't know if you can see the lines, but they are lined, and then they're just little small notebooks, the spiral ones, and then I have the one that Jacquees showed as well. That one's a little larger, um, but that's my business.
And there's so many other ones, you
Yeah,
guys, on
yes.
the website. So of
There's
course,
there's over 10 journal designs. So
mhm.
there's enough for everyone, women, children. My website is www.journalingdiva.com. I'll post it in the comments as well. Um, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, Journaling Diva. So feel free to check out the site if you have any questions about um, bulk orders or for maybe like a class or a group, a book club, or if you want to just for gifts or something, feel free to message me. It's I'm okay with that.
Yes. Okay, so it's again, words are so powerful, you guys. So there's something that again I just told you about putting something messaging on the wall or on um the mirror, something, to really talk and speak and write and read. So while you're doing all this, you are actually telling your brain, your ears, your mouth about you.
Right. And I actually had a roommate. My last roommate, she did that. You walked into her bathroom and it was just sticky notes. All her goals, what she was planning on do, her next step. You are beautiful. I can do this. It's going to be a positive day. It was just a whole bunch of sticky notes on her
Mm-hmm.
mirror, and I love that because that is what she saw first thing in the morning, and that is what she saw at the end of the day. So
Wow.
it's definitely do that. If you're someone who you don't have a problem with little stickies everywhere in your car, it doesn't have to be in your bathroom, in your car, randomly around the house, you know, like I said before, you do what works for you. There's no rules to this because at the end of the day, the goal is for you to be successful. The goal is for you to be happy and to have a healthy emotional state and a healthy mental state. That's what we all want and where we all want to be at.
Right. And so I wanted to really, okay, so this is my teaching moment here, we guys. So we all learn different.
Yes.
So auditory, we are listening to something, we are hearing ourselves speak life into existence. We are writing it down. We're kinesthetic. We are writing this down. We're writing our emotions. We're writing our feelings. We're writing our whatever. Are positive. And like I said, it's okay to say I'm sad, but then go into a happy place. I'm
Right.
sad, but let's figure out how I can be happy. Okay. And then we are also visual. So for the visuals, it is good to have those colorful sticky notes,
Yes.
you know? And so that's exactly how we learn. Some people can do 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, or 3 out of 3. I'm more visual than anything else,
Me too.
but I have to hear it and I have to write it.
Yes.
I have so many papers in this room, you guys. It's not even funny. I
And
love
when you
paper.
write it down, it makes it real.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Write it down, you can touch it. You can go back to it. So I personally I think it's important to, when you have goals, even when it's a to-do list, write it down so you can see it. You can read it, you can see it, you can say it. It's
It's all
repetitive.
right. My to-do list is all right here, literally right here. But yeah, it's so important to find your niche
Yep.
and then learn. So I'm actually gonna, you know what? I'm actually gonna do this. I usually do this for my students, but I will actually post a link to uh the different questions for learning styles. I will post that for this one. I will post it through the comments, you guys. It's a link, and you can just click on it, and you can figure out where are you. So then it actually will tell you how you can uh, how can the how the activities can you do to help you with the learning style. So it will give you a whole list of things if you're kinesthetic, if your whole things are auditorial and visual aid. This is so important for words, and I think this is very important when I say uh, know your learning style.
Yes.
And
Yes.
journaling is where you are doing all three. You're writing it down. You're gonna read it. So, and then you're gonna obviously you're gonna see it. And so you're doing all three in one, and you're speaking life
Right.
into existence. And you're speaking healing, you're speaking power, you're speaking just just love on yourself. It is okay to love on yourself, you guys. So, definitely I love you. Thank you. I love you. Whatever. You're beautiful, you're handsome, whatever it is.
Your me
Because
time.
right, have that me time moment, right? And so words is definitely what we're trying to address here. This is how social and emotional the tense part and the frustration, depression can cease.
Right.
It can cease just by words. Breathing, you know, our our presenter last week with yoga, they were talking about how to stand and how to sit and exercise. It's just so many information for this month, you guys. So, Megan, you would like to say something else?
Just thank you, Jacquees, for having me. I appreciate it. It was exciting. I had a good time. For those of you who are watching, thank you for joining in with us
Yes.
and participating. I'm looking forward to seeing more of these in the future and even coming back to be a guest again.
Yay! It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So before we go, I wanted to talk to you all about what's coming up next. Now, this is officially done. August is done. Now, no, when I first started this, I was like, I'm only do one video of presenter a month. I've done like 12 in 3 months. But I love it. I absolutely love it. So September, I can't believe we're in September, you guys.
Yeah, boy.
September, we are going to have nothing but people who have actually worked in the community. And it's going to be talk about community support. So all walks of life, from social worker to counselors, whoever who want to start, who have their own business, their story of how they started, all walks of life, in Maryland, New Jersey, in Georgia, whomever, wherever they will be talking about community support. And you guys, it is so important, like I always tell you guys, have the connection from home, school, and community. It is so important. So this is where we're going to really talk about what's out there. Now, it may not apply to you because you may not be in the district, but similar programs are available probably in your district. So that's how we're going to be able. And a lot of people don't know because we don't talk about it. So this is this is what we're going to be doing because September is almost like back to school type of thing. So we're going to be talking about community support. All right. Until next time, you guys have an awesome weekend.
Yes, everyone. Have a lovely evening, a lovely weekend, and
Yes.
thank you so
Okay.
much for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Megan. Thank you. All right. All right. Until you guys, until next time. Bye bye.
Good night.